Hi guys, how you doing? Jack Queen here, the cynical Brit with comedic wit. Now then, I hate to have to start a video like this, but it's better than my usual, not having a video at all. But I just wanted to say thank you to all of you who saw my last video and voted for me for your next Mayor of London. But I'm very sorry that I didn't win. Apparently the people have spoken and they actually want to keep the homeless in London. Who would have thought that? On the plus side, I didn't actually run for Mayor of London, so I did save myself the 10 grand registration fee. I mean, it's not like I actually had the 10 grand anyway. I mean, I barely got 10 quid in my bank account, but that's besides the point. So, fingers crossed. Let's hope my OnlyFans page finally kicks off. So lockdown has been lifted in the UK, which means we can finally go out with our mates to pubs and restaurants. Providing we sit outside. Which, to be honest, it's just a bit ridiculous, isn't it? And I'm not talking about from a health concern or anything, like COVID or not. I don't care about your health. I'm thinking about it from a price concern. I mean, take where I'm from in London, right? Why would I go and pay £5-6 a pint to go sit outside on the street on some uncomfortable wooden chair to drink it? All the while overlooking a gorgeous landscape of beautiful British bins. Not being funny, right? But I could pop down to my local off licence, I could buy a 3 litre bottle of White Lightning for £3, go sit on a park bench, and I'll get the same result. Plus, one of the things that's baffling me about this lockdown is, why would you want to hang out with your mates anyway? At least lockdown allowed me to continue being antisocial. Now I haven't even got a proper reason anymore. And I'm warning you, UK. You wait till they start telling us that we can start hugging people and touching them. I'm telling you, I am calling it now. London will descend into anarchy. Mark my words. Heed my warning. Anyway, moving away from London to the whole of the UK, we had the Queen's speech this week, which is basically a speech that the Queen has to give that's full of promises from the Prime Minister and his government to a load of rich people in a big room. At least he's targeting his demographic. And when I say promises, I mean that in the most vaguest form possible. Because hey, you can lie to the British public, you wouldn't lie to the Queen, would you? I mean, would you? Look at her. Isn't she lovely? Oh God, isn't she gorgeous? So I thought we could go through the speech together, you know. I could have a look at it and I could share with you some commentary and my expertise. Because after all, I'm an expert, Queen. Hello people in the House of Lords, I have to ask you, why are you all dressed as Santa? It's the middle of May, for God's sake. So, right, that man over there, yes, man who brushes his hair with a firework, has some ideas which I shall now read aloud. Mental health, housing, kids, people. I hate all of them. Buzzwords. Vague ideas with no plans, so I can turn back on them later. Love it. Spot on. Hoink, hoink, hoink. Dominic Cummings' last name is Cummings. That's rather saucy, isn't it? To be honest with you, I think the Queen's speech is a load of nonsense, really. I mean, you have to wheel out this 100-year-old woman, right, who our taxes pay for, so she's basically the biggest benefits grounder of the lot, to read a speech in a room with loads of people who've got more money than sense, all while that man sits there in the corner playing Brexit Tetris in his head. And what opposition do we have to fight against this man? A Conservative leader in a Labour costume who has no neck at all. I mean, he literally has no neck at all. Not really a surprise. He doesn't stick his neck out for anybody. I've got to say though, the Queen's looking well. All things considered, like. I mean, she did just lose her husband, Prince Philip, at the young age of 99. I don't know about you, right, but when I think of a prince, I don't think of someone whose age matches the same price as a McDonald's McFlurry or cheeseburger. Like, I like to think of someone who's young, energetic, wants to change the world. Not old, a danger while driving on the M25 and casually racist. As far as I'm concerned, right, if you haven't become a king or queen by the age of 40, you can't be a prince or princess. Simple as that. So I guess that means you would become the monarch, formerly known as Prince. I don't know why I found that funny. See, if you lot had voted me in as your next Mayor of London, I would have had this all sorted out. I reckon with the Prince dead, our Queen Lizzie's gonna have a bit of an end-of-life crisis. Like, you're gonna see gal like Queen Lizzie on the block, start swapping them crowns, get some new threads, pop some Air Maxes on, smoke a spliff with the subject them on the street corner. Oi, yo, my boy, Lil P Express, you wanna hit up the clubs and that? Yeah fam, no sweat, it's calm. Man's keeping it antiperspirant out here. Can I bring my gal dem along, cause... No fam, we've been over this, no jailbait, innit? Now before anyone starts telling me off and saying things like, how dare you insult Prince Philip, he was the figurehead for everything that was Great Britain. What they don't know is that Prince Philip, he's like a royal edgelord. I mean, this is a man who told a blind fellow who just lost his eyesight from a roadside bomb that he must have lost his eyesight because his tie was awful. So if anything, he'd probably appreciate this sense of humour. Not really. Now, I did a video on him about 2 years ago when he got into a car crash, and I'd simply titled it, Prince Philip is evil. Link in the description for that, so you can watch that after this. Thank you. I meant nothing by it. It's just a bit of a clickbait title, but oh my god. It picked up a little bit of traction after he died, but some of the comments I was getting, like guys, it's just a bit of clickbait. It's not that deep. Although I do find it funny that now I've got a load of new viewers who have come over from typing, is Prince Philip evil into YouTube. There's one for the search history. I mean, don't get me wrong, I didn't want the guy to die in order to get viewers, but cheers for the views, I guess. However, saying that, it did make me wonder about one thing. I wonder what the Queen's gonna do in her future. Anyway guys, that's it from me. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to drop a like and leave me a comment because I love reading your lovely comments. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and turn the notification bell on so you can be kept up to date whenever I do my next upload. If you want to have a chat with me, you can follow me on my socials. I have Facebook, Instagram or Twitter. I've left them all down below in the description. And take care for now. My name is Jack Queen. Play your cards right and remember, the only queen worth caring about is me, alright? Bye!
Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, yeah.
I'm telling you, that Prince Andrew is a nonce, isn't he?